product class, right? Now product class is there, right? In that product class, what is there, what is there in the previous session, we what we did, no recording, no recording is going on, please see that in the corner it will show that, because here it's showing that na. So now, hmm. So now, okay now, so public product is there, right? So product is there. In that, what is there? Private what? Private int prod id, product id is there. Now second one is what? Private string what? String prod name, product name, means product name. Second one is what? Private double, just I'm taking what? Double product prod cost, right? Product cost. So this is in the previous session, right? How we injected, like we taken the constructor, right? We taken in the previous session constructor, like we injected the data, like using constructor, right? That is the called what? Constructor injection. But now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do using I'm going to inject this data using what? Setter method, right? So what I will do, public void what? Prod set, sorry, set prod id, right? Set prod id. Now in that I will cover interview question also. Because of that I'm explaining these things, guys, please listen be carefully, right? Interviewer will ask that question only, because of that I'm explaining this one, right? So now this is the product class is there, right? Inside that, what we will do now, just int what? Product prod id, right? Prod id is there. So now whenever we will pass this argument, now this dot what? Prod, this dot prod equal to what? Prod id, right? So this is the what? Setter. We are setting the data inside what? This variable, means this attribute, means this see, this variable and this attribute, these two terminology of spring, I'm sorry, core. But in the spring terminology we are saying what? Dependency, right? So in this dependency means I'm setting the data in this dependency. Now another dependency is there, right? So now another dependency is there. For another dependency, what we will do now? Again, public void what? Set, public void set what? Again, product prod name, right? Prod name. Inside that what? Inside that what? Second, inside it again we will take what? String. This one is the string data type, right? Now string what? Prod name, right? Prod name. Again what we will do now? Again what? This dot prod name, right? Prod name equal to uh, prod name, right? Prod name. So what we will do now, we wrote one another setter method, right? To set the data. Why we are? Because this attribute is what? Private. Now product cost is there. Second one is what? Product public void what? Set public void what? Set prod name, sorry, prod cost is there, right? Inside that, what argument we will take? Double what? Double prod cost, right? Double prod cost. Again what we will do now? Again we will take what? This is the core Java, guys, right? Don't think about that spring is a different. Spring is a core Java only, but we are not learning the what as a proper way. Because of that it's looking like too much heavy, right? So don't worry about that. I will make the subject that much easy. You people will in, by listening, you people will, whenever you people will start practical, right? There is no use, you will not see in the what notes also, and as well as the video also. I will explain like that only, right? So let's see that, right? So now what we will do now, this dot prod broadcast equal to what? Broadcast, right? This is like we are setting the data, right? So in the whenever we are in C, this is our what, this is called what, our Spring Bean class, right? In the terminology of Spring, this is in the core Java, we are saying that this is the blueprint, means class is the blueprint, it's having the data, right? Means this class is called what? This one is called, we write one class, in that we wrote one data and methods, right? But in the Spring terminology, we saying that this class is called what? Spring Bean class, right? Spring Bean class. So now, okay, so in the Spring terminology, we are saying the Spring Bean class, but in the whenever we are working in the core Java, um, after creating this class, we creating the object, right? We creating the explicit object. So this is the, and whenever we are working in the real time, object creation is a tedious job, right? Because we are using multiple lots of object in the project. So if we create the object, then there is no use of. So because of that, we are using what? Spring framework. In Spring framework, saying that, hey developer, don't bother about, I will create the object, just follow our rules and guidelines. Means write the class such a way which is I can run that class, right? After then you have to just configure that class in what? XML configuration. In the XML configuration, by seeing that XML configuration, right, I will create the object and I will inject the data, right? So let's see that now. In the constructor injection, CONS, whenever we are performing in the previous session constructor injection, right? So for that, what attribute we used? Constructor, CONSTR, constructor, CONS, what the spelling? Const, TRUCTOR, right? Constructor hyphen ARG, right? ARG, this tag we are using that, right? To inject what? Constructor injection. But whenever we are performing what? Setter injection. For setter injection, what property tag is there? We will not use constructor as, right? We will use what? Property tag, as well as value tag, right? As well as what? These two tag we will use inside what? To inject what? Inject data using what? Setter injection, right? So shall we, so let's see the as a practically how we will inject the data in what? Inject the data in what? Spring, like in this property, right? Using what? Property attribute. Using what? Property attribute. So let's develop this application, and we will see that, and we will see how to perform using setter injection, right? Operation. So now let's create one application. So what we will do now? File, new other, right? Other, I'm going to select Maven project. Next, now what we will do now, I'm going to explain standalone application now. Still I'm not developing web application. So what we will do now? Next, right? Inside that, what we will search? Maven archetype quick start, right? So now next it, now here what we will do now? Just we will take one unique name, org dot, right? Means RK technology, right? I given our like our team RK technology. So we will take the RK technology. Now product, right? Application, app, and these example, whatever example I'm giving you people, right? Those example name, class name, all those things I implemented in my company project also, right? Because of that I'm giving those things. And see, so the, what is the good things here? I'm not, I'm not bluffing, key, this is the required, this is not required, right? Whatever the things is required, right? We have the small brain. Everything unnecessary things also if we learn, and unnecessary things also learn after completing the things, right? After completing the this batch, what everything you people will forget. So don't worry about that. Whatever unnecessary things is there by default, you know, God made our brain like that only, right? Unnecessary things means whatever unused in our life, those things we are learning easily, and which things is useful in our life, those things we are learning. If we try also, we are not learning easy way, right? So because of that, I decided whatever unused things is there in the project, we will not touch. Even whenever we need, right, whatever things we need, I will touch each and everything. I will not leave anything, right? So now, okay, version just I'm taking 1.0, and we will learn such a way, right? Such a way. First, we will relate the core Java, because if I relate in the core Java, right, the things will become what? The things will become what? Too much easy to learn what? Spring. So now, okay, I created what? I created what? Application product, right? So now here, what is that? What is that? J2 SC version what? J2 SC version is what? 1.5 by default. So what we will do now, we will open that, and whatever dependency we have need, first we will put inside what? Maven pom.xml file, right? So I will change by default, right? I don't want to change from Eclipse ID. From Eclipse ID what? From Eclipse ID Java version, right? So if I want to change Java version, right, from pom.xml, so what we will do now? We will go on the what? We will go on what? Browser and Maven, just Maven compiler plugin org, right? We will go in that, and this property we will copy it, right? These two property. After copying that, what we will do now? We will go inside that. See, the property tag is there. Inside that property tag, we will paste it. After then, whenever we have need to work on what? Spring framework. So if we want to work on a Spring core module, right? So what dependency we have need? Spring context. Spring context Maven dependency, right? So we will copy that Spring context Maven dependency. So 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 what I'm doing, I'm taking one version from here, I'm copying this dependency, and what I'm doing that, in dependencies tag is there, dependencies multiple times. See, in the normal English only, right? Dependency means like boy and boys. Yes, boys means multiple boys, and boy means single boy, right? So same thing, dependency, this is the parent tag, and a dependency is a child tag. Means one dependency, inside dependency we can put what? Multiple dependency. That is the meaning, actual meaning of dependency, right? So same like in our English, normal English, singular and plural. Plural, same things we are in, means the people also following in the what? So same like one dependency, it's here it will become one dependency, it will become one dependency. Means one dependency means required jar, whatever required jar is there to work on Spring core, all required jar will add in what? Maven dependency. See, all Maven dependency jar is came or not, but here version is still not changed. So if we want to change the version, what we will do now? Right click on that project, right click on that project. After, go inside the Maven project, right? Maven update the project, right? After, sorry, not this one, force one. Now, okay. After then you have to see that what? 1.8 version and all dependency. Whatever dependency we have need, all dependency is there. So now let's see. Padma, you have to see here, right? How I'm creating the configuration. I think you are facing the problem in the creating the configuration file only, but I will help you. I will share the Zoom meeting after the session, right? And I will help you, but see carefully, because I'm going to what? Create one XML configuration file also here, right? So now let's now, but here in the where we will write what? Resources means configuration file in the resources folder, but resources folder is not there. If resources folder is not there, how we will create it? We will go inside what? SRC in the main, right? In the main, right click on that main. Guys, after 10 minutes the meeting will stop by default, right? So please don't go anywhere, reconnect yourself again, because I will take too much long session today. I decided to complete all XML configuration related Spring. So tomorrow onward, I will start what annotation based configuration. And whenever I will explain annotation based configuration, the if you know these things, right, those things will become too much easy. So because of that I'm explaining, otherwise I can directly explain annotation based, and till now I can complete what Spring Core. So don't go anywhere. Now let's in the main, what new we will go create the folder, what resources folder. Now finish it. See here, one folder is created, but here only two folder is showing that, right? So if we want to show our folder like this, so what we will do now, again we will click on what project, right click, Maven. Now update it. After updation, you can able see src main resource folder is created now. So here only we will write. So let's what we will do now, delete it. By default, whenever we are creating, Spring will create the packages. So what we will do now, we will delete these packages. These packages is unused for us, right? No need. So I will delete it. Now in the where we will create this packet, this class, where we will create this class means this bean inside this folder, right, inside this src main java, right? Now right click on that folder. Now new, now class, we will select the class. So in the class, uh, now in the class we will take com.rk.product package, right? After then what we will do now, we will take class name as a product, right? Class is created now. Now after class creation, what is that, I took three property, private int prod id, right? Second one is what, product private string prod name, right? Second one is what, private double broadcast means product cost. These three what dependencies is there. Now what we will do now, I will use what, to generate setter method. Setter method means what, I will take alt shift s plus r. If I write like this in the eclipse id, right, and select all, by default what, setter and a getter method will created, right? Setter method and a getter method will create. So 1 minute, I will not create what, setter method, just I will create what, a getter method, just I will create setter methods, right? I will create what, setter method. So what I will do now, alt shift s plus r. Now select setter method. After selecting, now setter method is generated now. Okay, so if you want to see that data now, alt shift s plus s, I'm overriding the toString method also, right? Overriding. So this class, whatever data we can see easily at the whenever we will run this class. Okay, now because of that I will explain why I'm overriding the toString. Don't worry about that, but focus on what, setter injection now only. Okay, so now, so means if we injecting this dependency, if we injecting these dependency using what method, means setter method, using what, setter method, then what is called, what we will call, setter injection. That things is called what, setter injection. So let's write what, our what configuration, Spring configuration. Now right click on the resource folder, go inside the new, and after then see here nothing is there. Now click on the other, right? After clicking on the other, spring bean, right? Here see, just spring, if you write inside that wizard, right, spring, just all spring bean related file will come. So you have to select which one, spring bean configuration file, first one is spring bean configuration file, right? So now what you will do, select that one. Now next it, right? Now next it, what is, any name you can take, just I'm taking what, spring. just I'm taking what dot, but this one XML extension name should be what must be XML, otherwise what it will not work, right? Otherwise this name you can take anything also. This name you can take like spring spring conf. You can take what spring conf also. Now what we will do now? Now next it, right? Now next it. So in that what you will select? First one second one what beans, right? Beans. After selecting beans, what you will do now? Down you will get multiple xsd files. In that what first one you have to select, because this is the what is latest version. So now next it. Now finish it. Now, oh, good. Sorry, guys. This is this one I took wrong. Now, Alt Shift S plus R, right? I selected what getter, right? I need what set. We have need to set the data, right? This one. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we will do now, this one, right? So after then let's configure it. So okay, so if we want to configure, so what we will do now, if we want to configure, what we will now do now, beans already tag is there. Inside that what bean, we will take bean tag, right? Bean tag. Inside that id we will take what id. We will take id, any id, right? Just prod I'm taking, right? After then second tag what I'm taking, class I'm taking, right? Inside that what product class with fully qualified, means with fully packages name, with fully package name we are taking, right? So in that time, at the time whenever we are performing what setter injection, sorry, constructor injection, we are taking what constructor this tag, right? That time for injecting the data we took what constructor injection, right? But in this time we are going to what set the data as what setter injection. Now we are going to perform what setter injection, right? Means we taken what set method. So if we want to perform setter injection, what tag just now I explained? Property tag, right? Property tag, I said that, right? So what we will do now, inside that we will take what property tag. Inside that what we will take what property tag. In the name what we will do now, the data type name, means attribute name we will take here. Both we will take. Now value, now value tag, I said that value tag. In that what just 101, I'm taking the product id 101. Another one more dependency is there, right? Product name is there, right? So again what we will do now, again one more property we will take. Okay, again one more property we will take. And prod name we will take what prod name. And what value we will take, just product name laptop, right? Laptop, I'm taking product name is what laptop. Again third product cost, what is the product cost, right? Product cost. Now product cost is what property.
Sir,
Property,
how many hours today you take?
sorry.
How many hours today you will take the class?
Hurry man, just now I started. Even I also not decided how many hour I'll take. Okay, now if you need left the,
Okay, okay,
if you need left the session in middle, right, you can leave it. I will post the video on YouTube. Okay, you can watch after.
okay, okay.
Hmm. Unmute your mute yourself. Huh? Just meeting is 1 minute only. Please come back, guys, again, because just still I started such a setter injection based on my next level discussion is there. If you left this one, right, then you people will not understand next level discussion, right? So now okay, now product second one is what product cost is there, right? Product cost, what is that product cost? Just value, I will take what value is what laptop, just 23,000 just I'm taking, right? 23,000 dot zero, like this. Okay, 23,000 means our beans